Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades, and let's get right into it because right now Bitcoin has had a massive move towards the upside, and we actually ended up closing the day in the negative even with Bitcoin rallying up to 28,500, and we actually ran pretty close to some previous resistance that I was actually looking at, but we actually tagged this previous pivot down here and essentially rejected off of there. But essentially we ran into that really heavy resistance area that I thought we were going to get to, and at the moment it looks like it's playing out. So now we need to see if this is going to end up being a higher B wave top here, or if it's developing to be something else, right? Because right now you still could potentially be getting a little bit more of a move up. So right now you got your wave 3 in, and then your 1 2, and then you're now into your wave 3. But if it pulls back more, then you're gonna have you're gonna turn this into a wave 4, and then you're gonna have one final wave 5. So it's still possible that we could go up a little bit more, but right now my primary count is that this was a B wave high, and then we're going to start to pull back into wave C. But we'll have to see if that develops into something else, because if it does end up consolidating and going higher, then you can still go up a little bit more BTC, maybe around 29,000. But overall, I still think you are ultimately going to come back down and head lower. As you can probably tell, today the dollar was absolutely breaking out towards the upside, and I myself was also surprised. I thought we were gonna put in a little bit of consolidation, maybe retest the highs, and then potentially have a double top and then start to come back down, which would be very bullish for the markets, for Bitcoin, and it would be bullish for the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Russell 2000. But right now, just by the looks of it, the dollar absolutely blasted off today from 106 essentially, and all the way as high as 107.04, and then we closed around that area, and now we just opened back up, and the dollar is once again climbing just a little bit more. And we'll take a look at market Cipher. So right now we'll start off with the larger time frames, as we always do for Bitcoin, and right now the monthly time frame is looking a little bit better than before. We actually have a green dot. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we actually have a green dot right here on the monthly time frame for the month of October on the market Cipher B. But we'll have to see if that confirms, because we are very early on in the month, and right now Bitcoin can make some false moves at the beginning, could mislead people, and end up doing something completely different and coming down significantly faster afterwards. So if right now it's extremely bullish at the beginning of the month, and we still have 28 days to go. 28 days is a lot of time for price action to develop, and Bitcoin could very well completely reverse down and end up going lower than what people think is the bullish signal at the beginning of the month. Okay, well, let's move over to the weekly time frame. So right now the weekly is definitely firming up, looking significantly better. You actually closed the previous week, or actually I should say like yesterday, we closed with a green dot due to that massive pump we got to near the end of the day. And then we actually are shaping up to have a very nice week with a -5 and a 16 on the dual band strength index. But right now, if we get over to the smaller time frames, we have seen a pretty big shift in terms of momentum and price action as well. With Bitcoin rallying up to the high levels of essentially where I was thinking it was going to go, right around 28,500. We did take out this pivot in terms of a pierce, but it ended up closing lower. So you still have not taken out this high. Actually, let me just double check this, because I think we did not take out this pivot. We did not close above this pivot. So this previous high right here has still not been invalidated. So it's still there. You're good to go. Looking at the daily time frame, you have seen a very big recovery in terms of red money flow, but you have not crossed back into the green yet, right? And if anything, if I've made some signals in the past, it's that don't get too excited about a recovery into green money flow, as we've probably seen before, or actually either a recovery into green money flow or a big drop into red money flow. So either one, right? Because right here, if we look at the weekly time frame back during the bull run, I don't know if you guys were with me in 2022, but if you were, then you probably know that I was warning people about entering massive short positions before we crossed into red money flow. And actually right before then, we actually had a huge move towards the upside, a 23% pump, right? Which actually kept us in green money flow for a couple of more weeks. And then finally the pump faded and we came back down, and this crossed into red money flow, and we actually got a red dot confirmation of that. And that to me signaled that we were going to go significantly lower, and actually that's exactly what happened. I'm not saying I was correct. I was just reading the charts, and what the charts told me, it was that the move has not been confirmed yet, and we were not going to go higher just yet. And right now we are still in some red money flow. We really need to see Bitcoin maintain the level that it's at and continue going up if the bullish scenario is going to play out. If not, commercial money will take over, and they are going to push Bitcoin all the way back down to the previous lows here, and maybe even potentially take out that $25,000 low and go even lower from there to my $21,000 target. Okay, so that's essentially it. I don't really have much more to add after that. Hopefully that helps. If we take a look at Wave Edge today, we don't have any new signals at the moment. We could maybe go on some smaller time frames to see what we can find. At the moment, I don't really see anything signaling that it's going to be a surefire thing to short Bitcoin at the moment. Actually, we do have a couple of signals right here. So we did get a little bit of a red cross here, but only on one chart. So that's why I like to check multiple charts. So I wouldn't say that this red cross is valid. But if we actually do have some interesting things happening today with this big pump up to 28,500. We actually saw the whales starting to step in and sell a significant amount of Bitcoin at the highs. It actually drove Bitcoin down. All right, so we'll have to see if Bitcoin can bounce tomorrow, and if it bounces and we take out this previous pivot, then we are most likely going to go to 29,000. If not, if this bounce fails, then you are most likely going to retest these highs, and if these highs fail to hold as support, then you're going to go most likely all the way back down to 25,000. Okay, so this is essentially what's playing out at the moment. My primary count is that this is still an ABC pattern. If we go higher, the B wave can still extend a little bit higher. So again, just be ready to potentially take a big short position, or if you're already in a short position, then you could potentially maybe set your stop loss in profit and get ready for the potential move down lower. Okay, so that's my 2 cents. Hopefully this video helps you guys make some good trades, and I'll keep you guys up to date as the week progresses. Okay, all right, have a wonderful day and peace.